Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Tonya and this is Create with Tonya. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing, and if you have been here before, thank you for coming back. And I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. It means a lot to me. And I have a DIY for you today, and today I will be decorating my dining table. And I made a few things for my dining table: a tray, a flower pot, and a candle holder. So if you want to see how I do this, just keep on watching. For this project, we're going to need two bowls of two different sizes. That bigger one was $3.50 and the smaller one was $1.25. And if you notice, they both had similar textures, which is important. And these rings were $1.25 for per packet. I think I used 6 packets. And then this candle tray, this was $1.75. And these were all from Dollarama. And the candlestick holder, I think that was $1.25. And then this wooden art canvas, that was $4. We're also going to need Gorilla Glue for this project or some other strong adhesive. I'm going to start by taking this sticker off the back of this tray. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down with Gorilla Glue and set it aside for 24 hours, and then I'll be spray painting it gold. Now let's take a look at how this turned out. I got the inspiration for this next piece from Instagram on one of my feeds. It looked really beautiful and I thought I would try it out. And I forgot that I wiped the surfaces down from my pieces before I glue them down. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue that smaller bowl to the bigger one with Gorilla Glue. After that, I'm going to let it cure for 24 hours, and I do put a weight on that smaller bowl just to make sure they adhere together very well. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray paint it gold. I have all my pieces spray painted, and I am going to start on my flower arrangement. And first I put 3 of these discs into my bowl that I got from the Dollar Tree, and an assortment of roses that I got from Dollar Tree and Dollarama. And I started by cutting down my roses just the size that I wanted them. And let me put this disclaimer out there, guys. I am not an expert at doing flower arrangements. I just do it how I like it, and I know what I like, and that's what I do with my flower arrangements. And that's the beauty about DIYs. You can customize it just how you want it. And these videos are basically just for inspiration and my love for crafting. So you can go ahead and watch how I do my little flower arrangements. I have no tips or anything because, like I said, I'm not an expert. I just know what I like. Now let's take a look at how this piece turned out. Next, I'm going to sand down my surface just so that it is smooth. Now it's time to attach our rings to our wooden frame, I guess. And I did the Gorilla Glue and the hot glue combination, but it did not work. Somehow the Gorilla Glue and the hot glue doesn't mix. And I think it's because of the consistency of the Gorilla Glue. It doesn't work like it would with E6000, for example. So I had to come up with a different way to keep those rings in place while the glue cured. Let's try this again. So the way that I started applying the rings is that I use the Gorilla Glue and duct tape, and that seemed to work out for me. And I did dampen the wood a little bit as per the instructions on the Gorilla Glue. I dampened the wood, I added the Gorilla Glue, and then I stuck the duct tape on so that it can cure without falling off, because they always wanted to fall off. Even with the hot glue, they would pop right off. I also added some tape to the bottom and to the inside of that frame just so that I had a real secure contact between the ring and the wooden frame. Now for the shorter side, I started the rings on the outer corners first because the rings did not measure up for that shorter size, like there was a gap. So I did that so that I can space out the middle a little bit, and then you will see there that I add two smaller rings to complete the design. Now I have these smaller rings. I had them in my stash, and I just apply them to the spaces there just to tie it all in together, because I really didn't want a gap there. I wanted it to look finished, so that's what I did. I also secured that down with duct tape. Then afterwards, I'm going to set this aside to cure for 24 hours, add legs to it, and I'll be spray painting it gold. Next, we're going to work on our tray. I found these mirror tiles at Dollarama. They're $1.25 and they come one in a packet. And you saw me adding Gorilla Glue there. You don't need to do that, but you do need to be careful with the tiles because they do tend to want to fold back and stick to itself. Also here you see that I fit the tile flush to the corner. You don't want to do that because the tiles, they're not quite big enough to cover the whole tray flush. So what I had to do was I had to end up taking that back off and leaving a little bit of a gap at each corner, at each long side, and you will see as I go on. Also, you want to, because I found some of them were not the same length, so you do want to stick that narrow piece at the bottom there. I would fit that together first. These are my tips from doing it. I would fit that narrow piece at the bottom first, and then I would add the long strips lengthwise, if that make any sense. After I shifted my tiles together, leaving just a little bit of gap on each of the long sides, I then went ahead and added some more tiles to the inner lip of the tray. And I'm sorry that I am not showing you just what I did there. Um, the camera wasn't adjusted properly. So I do apologize, but I'm working on putting that tile onto those inner lips of the tray. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but that's what I'm doing, and that hid the little space very well. So it's not perfect, but it will work. It's good enough, and I still like how it turned out. Now let's take a look at how it all turned out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today as I did these DIYs. I had so much fun doing them. I hope you enjoy them too. And if you did, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that you hit that bell notification button next to the subscribe button, that every time I upload, you will be the first to notify. Please share my videos. As I always say, I'm a new channel and it would really help me out a lot. Thank you so much. God bless.